Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to cloudy Weymouth. It's still very hot. There's a bit of a breeze blowing. It's 1:30, so I did my worm video separately today. I'm just going to take you around and show you things. My cucumber I've let grow out here, but the only problem is I've only got female flowers. So, and I've walked round to the other. There's two tiny little cucumbers down there that you can probably see. I think they were pollinated. I'm not 100% sure. But like I said, I cannot find male flowers, not even on the one in the garden, further down in the allotment. There's another one growing. There's another tiny one growing there. But no male flowers. So I do keep going and looking round. Oh, there's a few more. 3 more there. But again, no male flowers. Oh dear. I'll show you the other one in a minute. I've just picked some apples off of there. This is the apple tree that I rescued, and I believe that this could be Cookers. There's bits of damage in it, but now this, I need to do something with it. This is the Tayberry, and it's grown from there all the way along here, and I don't like it here. I'm going to have to do something. Whether I can build a tower going up, even if it went to 6 or 7 feet, and then at least I can chop these off here, get rid of that lot, and then they all bush out more and just have like a big tower growing up. I really don't know what to do with it. If anybody's got any ideas. I can't really move it anywhere. I suppose, actually, I might take this away and I could move that to there and train it over my archway and down the other side. That might be a better idea. I don't know if I can move that tub, but I'll have a go. I think I'll do that. I think I'll do that today. I've pulled some of my carrots and they're all coming out stubby, and that has got compost all the way down to the bottom. So as some of you know, I'm going to change that into a parsnip doodah growing thing next year. So what I might do is put the tubes in and pull that compost out, and then put fresh compost in so that the parsnip can grow down. And I've got another pallet collar which might just fit on the top of that. So yes, that's okay. Like I said, they are coming out quite stumpy. I'll show you in a minute because I have done a harvest. Majority of my peas, go away butterfly. Majority of my pears, sorry, are all infested in the what are these called? Anyway, all in the core is all insects. So I'm going to have to look into that. Some of them are turning like a reddy colour. That's not quite soft. I have tried pulling them. So I have got a couple of them. I haven't made pumpkin bread because there's too many spices in it that I have to find. So I don't know what I'm going to do. They're like really dry down to the end now. So I'm going to have to maybe give them away or something quickly. Here's my harvest for today. So I've got some of what I think might be cooking apples. Again, they are quite, badly attacked. There's 5 pairs that I've got. That one's definitely ready because it's gone like a yellow. But we'll see when I cut it open if there's any bugs in there. But they all seem to be getting in at this end. I've got a nice big punnet of raspberries there. Some tomatoes, runner beans, radishes, and these are the carrots that I'm on about. As you can see, they're coming out a bit stumpy, but that's still okay. They're carrots. Right, let's go down here. These here are they've had it. They've had it. I'll still water them and feed them, but they've had it. They're the silver skin onions. These are the potatoes for the nest, the charity-run food bank. I've just taken a load of tomatoes up this morning. I took some tomatoes up this morning. I took some up on Saturday. It's Tuesday today, isn't it? I took some up on Saturday, and I took some up on Thursday as well. So quite a big basket. It was like one of these each time. And I noticed that they haven't got any tomatoes, so that made them happy, but it also made me happy as well, that I could help them out in some way. If you take a load of potatoes up there and they've already got a load of potatoes, then you're like, if they haven't got them, it just makes you feel that bit better. Right, here on my raspberries, as you can see, there's a bit of a change to it. Terry King gave me the idea, but with his straps that he was able to get, but I couldn't get any, so I've used bamboo canes. What was happening, there was bindweed growing all under here, and it was actually growing up and strangling the plants, so they weren't producing anything. And I believe it could have been that. I'm going to have to cut that off and take it away. That has just been completely strangled. In fact, if you can see closely, which you might not be able to, it's still got lots of bindweed wrapped around it. But yes, so I've taken all the netting off of the top, and I've put these in. It's quite sturdy, not 100%, but it's all right. But I can get in there to pull the bindweed out. And since I've done it, I've had a lot more raspberries growing. So I've managed to get this side done. I haven't done the back there yet. And I haven't done the back there yet because I've run out of like poles like this. But we can still get in. It's all nice and clear here. It's brilliant. It was all like overgrowing. So I got these. They're not 100% strong, but they're strong enough just to hold them back. You know, it's not like I'm going to be leaning on them or anything. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with this. I've just been in now and done a little harvest. So I can get to that side now, because some of them was growing through the net. So I could only pick it from the outside and then pick the rest from the inside. But I'm leaving this here because what I'm going to do is put shade cloth over the top, maybe this height, because they were really affected by the sun and the heat. So we are going to get it every year. We have to prepare for this weather that we're going to be getting every year. And I think with shade cloth over the top, it will kind of put the birds off as well from coming down and getting them. And like I said, if it's up to sort of shoulder height, which is here, you know, as you can see, the raspberries aren't growing that high, so I can still get into them nicely. So yes, I think that's a good idea. I've still got them strawberries to do. I haven't, haven't got round to doing them yet. I'm jumping from one job to another at the moment. Right. Yes, as you know, I'm going to rip all these out, and any runners that are there, I've put pots in to collect the runners. I've got a runner there, this is, look, there's 3 there. So I got pots in there as well, somewhere. Here we go. Now this, I don't want to open these bags until I'm going to start using it. I've got 20 more bags coming today. But what I've done is I've emptied my compost bin at the back and put loads of cardboard and paper on. So I'm just going to leave them bags laid on there just to weigh it down, so that when I come to use that bed, all I have to do is just open the bags and tip them in. And I'm just doing a little section at a time. As you can see, I've sort of getting down to there. Down to here, there's still like a fair way, you know, to go up with my compost, but over winter that will start rotting down. When they totally come to an end, I'm just going to flatten them. All these, I've got all the seeds that I need off of them now, so they will be flattened as well. Yeah. We have thieves on the plot again, who have been caught stealing rhubarb off of that plot. And when a gentleman turned around and said, "What do you think you're doing?" they said, "Well, we've got a few blackberries, but we thought we'd have some rhubarb to go with it." And they don't grow rhubarb, so why not grow some themselves? So I've had to just put that little fence over there just to stop them from getting in. The council have been told, and they've sent letters out to everybody, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. I planted this hoping something might happen. Didn't know what it was. I believe it's maybe a beefsteak tomato. I haven't got another one. So I was thinking about pulling some of these off and just leaving the big ones to grow, but I haven't. Right, let's get in here. I've planted. I've picked my beans today. I'm letting some of them grow because they've gone over, so there'll be beans for next year. I've got a lovely big butternut squash there. Is that ready? I don't know. Can you tell me? There's the one one of them that I pollinated with a courgette, which I forgot I'd done until somebody reminded me. I can't remember who you were, sorry. But yes, there's the other one that I pollinated with a courgette. So that'll be interesting. Oh, talking of courgettes, I've got one on there. I'm not doing well with courgettes this year. I've had to pull a load of my plants out. So I've got another butternut squash there. Got a few, not loads. Another one there. That one seems to be changing colour, so that might be ready. They're going like a little bit orange. See, that's still kind of stripy, but that's like going a bit orange. So does that mean it's ready to pick? I don't know. Right, let's take you to see the tomatoes. Oh, it's so hot here. Oh. Just pop that down there. Don't let me forget it. Tomatoes. I do keep trying to trim them back. I'm not having much success. I've just picked a load of tomatoes off of here. Them that are just turning, that I'm taking them home, because a lot of them are being eaten, but I've got that many, it doesn't matter. So this is one. It's just a shell, look. I'm reckoning that the slugs have got into that, but I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind. I've got that many. I like how they've grown in here, so I should probably do this again. I do really need to get in and cut these leaves off because I can't see in there. And look at this one now, remember that one? I know it's got a worm in it, but I just thought I'd carry on growing it anyway. I believe these are big mamas, and I believe Ronald Shaw is growing some of these as well. So I definitely need to get in here and cut a lot of the leaves off. But there's millions in there. I like it growing like that. Oh, there is one here that's just turning, but I believe it's been eaten. Yeah, another one that's hollow. But like I said, I don't mind because I've got that many. I've got that many anyway. My beans are coming on quite well, but the Mr. and Mrs. Slugs are eating them. Not all of them have come up. These at this side, there's like one there, one there, one there, one there, being eaten by slugs. So I shall have to just chuck some slug pellets on here. There's more potatoes for the nest. They're growing quite well. I have got beans, runner beans on here, which I keep forgetting to, I've picked some today, but because I don't eat them, I think they're a nice size, so I really should pick them. Because I don't eat them, I don't know how big to actually pick them. I didn't get any apples off of that apple tree this year. That's another one that I rescued. So we'll see for next year. And that is a bottomless pot, so I won't be able to move that. I might get round to cutting the top of it down a bit, but that's in a way it's good for watering, because when I do water it, it just goes straight down. We'll see. We'll see. Right, beetroots and parsnips. I haven't been into them since you was here with me. I should really go and check on the beetroot, because I can bet you there's lots of big ones in there that need to be picked. These are my leeks. Remember, I was like, will they grow because they're so small? Well, they're growing all right. Let me just open this gate and try and get in. A couple of them haven't taken, but majority of them have. So what I'm going to do is, I've got the others here, look, which I planted in that pot. So they are really ready to go out now. So what I'll do is I'll go around with this again in places that's been missed. There's quite a few down there, a couple down there. I shall weed. And yes, I shall start planting them, at least because they're in pots, I can move them. All of my lettuces I had to take out because the sun totally scorched them. So I want to make this a bit better as well, make it so that it fits properly. I was really lucky with that, really lucky. My Jerusalem artichokes, let me stand back, are that high. That's probably maybe 8 foot high. So far I'm going to have some lovely flowers off of that. I can't wait for them flowers. All my broccoli has bolted again because of the weather. I've got one of my teddy bear sunflowers in here. I planted one in the ground. The rest of them are at home. Oh, and look. Oh, come on. Sorry. Right, I've got a mishmash of stuff in here. I didn't realise that was kale, so I started picking that and giving it away. Got a few cabbages down here. Now look at that broccoli. I should have picked it, but isn't it pretty? That is so nice. I'm going to leave that just to flower. I've got a couple of broccolis here, which I should pick before they start. They're just starting to flower there, look. See, they've got yellow leaves, and that one's got a white leaf. Petals. I wonder why that is. Do they just look yellow as they're gonna grow? Right, these here are chicory. Never grown them before. Caterpillar poop. There is caterpillars have just got in everywhere. So I've just been going around collecting them and putting them in the bird feeder. This one isn't too bad. Wait till you see the next one. That is really bad. Carrots are growing fine there. And the carrots are growing fine in there. So this is going to be my permanent carrot box, hopefully. And that, like I said, is going to be the parsnip box. Now in here, I'm a little bit upset because the butterflies have got in. And there are millions and millions. Oh, there's another one. Look at the whitefly as well. I mean, look at, you can see the poop. I've just been in here trying to pull all the caterpillars off, feed them to the birds. But it's actually, oh sorry, my back hurts. It's actually starting to smell of rotting food in here. So I might have to pull all these out. It stinks. But I've got my 2 red cabbages in here, look. Look at the whitefly. I need to replace them. They are a bit full. But this is one of my red cabbages. That is heading up. That's getting a nice little head on it. And there's a smaller one. Curly kale. I've been picking off of this all the time. I've got some turnips. No, Swedes growing in here. Or rudabakers, depending on where you come from. There's the last of the cabbages. So I'm going to have to pull it. That'll be nice just for one person, but these 2 won't. So that'll be it. Right. And I think that's about it. I made a right mash of this, cutting this back. But I have got some new foliage growing on it. And tucked away at the back there, I've got a little rose that's just about to lose all its petals. But yes, I should have really looked. I might just cut it right down to the bottom, making sure that I've got a few shoots coming out and start again with it. Like I said, I did make a right mess of it. So now, before I go, I'm going to, oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to try and get that, wasn't I? I was going to try and get that over to here. And if I move that maybe down to there, then I can still get into that and I'll be able to walk around that way. We'll see how we get on. Before I go, yes, I would like to say a very, very big thank you to Brian and his polytunnel. Again, I've forgotten what his channel's called, I'm sorry. But he's growing me some hydrangeas. I've even forgotten the name of them now, look. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that out. Remember, I've got one round at the garden as well. Well, I'm going to put that out, pull that out, and one of them's going to go in there. And when I get this sorted, I quite like that bench being there, but I'm going to cut this down, and I'm going to cut that tree down as well. And I'm hoping to do some kind of walk board, whatever it's called, but I can put a hole in the middle of it and have another hydrangea growing out of there. So yes, that I won't be doing that yet because I've got too much other stuff to do. But it's plans for the future, isn't it? It's plans for the future. Right, I might just keep you with me and see if I can do that tayberry. See if I can move that, definitely. I don't know where it's going to go because it's got the clematis in it. And then try and drag that over there. Let's see how we get on. We'll put you in the greenhouse a minute. No, I'm going to put you here because it'll be too hot in the greenhouse. So you can stare down there at the minute. Are you on? Yes. This pot is very, very heavy. So I've got this ratchet strap. I don't know how to use them properly, but I think it's working. The only problem is I've got some carpet down there which is blocking it, so I'm going to have to see if I can get this shovel, which one day I'm going to have to sort out, underneath and try and lever it up and pull it at the same time. Let's have a go. Right, I got my crowbar under there, which has lifted it. I got the ice cream man coming, and if you watch, if I don't get in the way, can you see it moving? I wish I had a bigger one of these ratchet straps, because this is going to take forever. Right, now you can see how I'm using it. Well, I got it there, and it goes all the way over the top and right down the other side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and separate, and there's two main stems which I'm going to try, see if we can have a look this way, which I'm going to try and run one up there and one up there, so separate them a bit, because it is a bit, and if I can't, then I'm going to have to cut it. I didn't really want to cut it because I don't really want it to bush out. I'd rather the two stems just grow over and then the tayberries will just hang down. But let's see how far I can get on with that. And look, it is a bottomless tub, and all that looks like good compost to me, so I should be using that. Right, it might look a bit messy now, but as that grows over the winter and next summer, that should be full of tayberries. It's, like I said, it's a bit, let me kick that out of the way. It looks a bit scruffy now, but if I would have done that after the tayberries had finished and started tying it in as it was growing, then it'd look better. So I reckon that's going to look a lot better next year. It's going to look a bit more tidier, isn't it? So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, there we go. Yes, I am running. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. In fact, I'm that pleased I could blow my own trumpet. There you go. Okay, after all that silliness, I think I should go now. So, from cloudy Weymouth, the sun is trying its hardest to come through. From cloudy Weymouth, I'm going to bid you all a goodbye. Bye-bye.